Hi, I'm Carolyn Missig with Major Taylor Cycling Club of Dayton. Okay, Marshall Major Taylor was a professional cyclist in the late 1800s. He was actually the first the second African American world champion of sport. He actually held the records for the 1 mile professional cycling. He raced in the U.S., but primarily he raced in Europe because of the color of his skin, where African Americans were not allowed to race in the U.S. or when they did, they had to endure a lot of hardships, name calling, just not the best experience. And so he raced quite a bit in Europe and was a world champion of racing. He raced in Australia too. Yes. Yeah. And then some people may remember from the commercial that's been out about him in Madison Square Garden doing a 24-hour ride. So I've been involved with the Dayton Club since 2016 when I started cycling. I had done some tours with my children actually in Dayton, and I met some members from the Dayton Club, and they were like, "Oh, you should join us." I eventually got a road bike, and I did join the club and started riding even more. So I was a runner and had run marathons in the past, and then had an injury. And then, like I said, I had been cycling with as a family, we would cycling with my kids, and then from meeting them, and I thought, oh, cycling would be great cross-training for running. And so I started cycling, just on the bike trails, and then some on the road with Major Taylor as they kind of helped me develop my skills. And then it just sort of took off as I had an injury from running, and then I ran less and less, and I started cycling more and more, and did centuries, started going different places to ride, was more comfortable on the road. So the signature ride, Major Taylor Dayton signature ride, this is our 16th year. The club was formed back in 2013, and soon after they had their first signature ride. The proceeds have always benefited a local Dayton charity. So each year we select a new charity, members nominate charities, and then they vote on the charity. This year the charity is Sunlight Village, which is works with mental health in the Dayton area, and the Victory Project, which works with young men after school and summer programs, and a sort of entrepreneurship bent for leadership. It started out small. We have probably about 100 riders for many years, and then as the Major Taylor clubs grew, our rides slowly started growing. And so our most participants that we've had was last year with about 320. Last year we were able to give $12,000 to Dakota House. That was our charity last year, and we're hoping that this year we give away a similar amount.
Originally I played a lot of hockey, and that was my summertime fitness, cycling. Skated in the wintertime and cycled in the summer.
Always ran and started having injuries with my knees, so I started biking.
I had a friend that wanted me to ride with the MS ride, and we started way back in early 90s, and we started from Kings Island. That's how long ago it was.
I got it. I'm trying to get you up close. Bobby, just take a minute. Take a minute.
Take it. People think about people King.
Okay, you guys ready?
We're ready.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, we wanted to support our fellow club mates down here in Dayton. We have over 100 members registered with our club.
As a child, started riding bikes when I was younger, probably about 7 or 8, and ever since, been riding them periodically.
I used to play racquetball. I injured my knee and then got into cycling to keep active.
Actually, my car went down for a minute, and I needed to ride to work. So I had the idea to get a bike and ride to work, and I've been riding ever since. The plan was 100 for us.
Right, well, we're at the decision point right now. So either we're going to take a left and we'll get back early to beat the rain. Well, we won't beat the rain, but we're going to take a right and get wet. Exactly.
Well, we're at about 41 right now. I started cycling actually as a police officer. I'm a retired Cincinnati police. I was a bike officer with the police department. That's how I got started.
John Catrola. Originally I'm from West Texas. I moved to Middletown about a year and a half ago. To my understanding, I was the first one to the 56-mile rest stop. I've been cycling since about 2009. I went back to college and gained about 45 pounds and turned around and decided that cycling would be a good way to try to get back into a shape other than circle. And I just went from a Craigslist special for about $100, and then I bought a bike online, and then I bought this thing back in 2011, and I've been riding bikes ever since. Lately, not very many. I'd say probably around 1,500 to 2,000. At my peak, I was doing about 6,000 to 8,000 a year.
What's some of the rides you've done, you remember?
Oh, Hot on Hell 100. I've done that a few times down in Wichita, Texas. The most interesting ride, though, that I did was the first, I guess, third of the Trans-America tour from Astoria, Oregon, and I finished it up in the Grand Tetons.
Okay.
David McKenna. We're doing 100.
Okay.
We are kind of the last riders to do what's called sweeping.
Robbie Brandon. We are part of Sunlight Village. It's a nonprofit that supports youth and young adults that are court involved, and we're here because these amazing people who are in this race, the funds that raise here, part of it will go to Sunlight Village to continue to support our programs and service. Sunlight Village has been around since 2006, and our focus is mental health. And we've worked with youth and young adults and their families since 2006, and right now we run a program with youth that are court involved with Montgomery County Juvenile Courts. We do workforce development and arts and culture and music and their gardening, anything that we can do to help keep them on the right path, giving them positive options. So that's our job right now, and that's what we're here for today, is to make sure that we can continue that work, and people like these amazing writers help us get that done.
It's a triathlon. This is a sprint run.
Did you get wet, Tim?
No, Lee.
You rode between the drops, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh. How's Lee doing?
I'm doing fine.
Last time I put...
This is Gregory Zuber, thanking you for watching and sharing.